Okay, everyone, welcome back to Positive Tarot Wisdom Beyond. This is Season 1, Episode 3, and I'm with Paolo Montenegro. He'll be joining me in a few seconds. Happy Friday, everyone. Okay, let's see. Let me just give him ready. Okay, perfect. He's about to join. Okay. Welcome back, and you're frozen.
Hey, hello. Am I
Okay.
frozen?
No, not anymore. So, welcome back to Positive Tarot Wisdom Beyond, Season 1, Episode 3. Will be
Hey.
uploaded to YouTube and again to the pages. And we're here to talk about a few things. Okay, so a few minutes ago, we were trying to finalize the topics, and this is a very good one. So, what's the first thing you'll do after COVID-19 or when the vaccine is available? What would you personally do? What's the first critical thing that you're planning to do?
Well, you can start this one. Go ahead.
I would, I'm actually thinking, well, I'm a I'm a guy who's big on food. I want to go out again and eat all the food that I want, to be serious. That's one thing. Go out with my friends, maybe get a few drinks during nighttime, but most of it is actually food. And I want to go to the museums. There's so many museums here in New York. I know that I can go at any time, but I just don't know if it's going to be completely safe or something. I know it's safe here right now. It's just that there's always that anxiety and hesitation. So I think those are the things that I want to do. There are just so many places. I haven't even been to Central Park in the longest time. It would have been
Oh,
nice
I
if
miss
it's
Central Park.
yeah, it would have been nice during the summer, but now, well, it's a little too late. What are you planning to do? What did you want to do?
Well, first of all, I'm not really sure if I'm going to get the vaccine like as soon as possible because I'm really afraid. Uh, you know, First time vaccine, we can expect some side effects. I think I will just stay at home and see how people react to this vaccine. And
Hmm.
after, I would say, like maybe 2 weeks or something, probably depending on the side effects, I would get the vaccine. And after that, when I am already free of corona and I can go anywhere,
Hmm.
I think I would want to go to the movie theater because I
Yeah,
miss
that's a good
going to the
idea.
movies.
Yeah, you're right.
Right?
I hadn't thought of that. Yeah, it's a bit
Yeah.
pricey, but that's a good idea. Want to go out on dates again, like friendly dates, people, different people. Anything beyond that, you know what I mean? So moving on.
Ah,
It's a truth
uh, I would also like to go out with my friends to have some sushi or something. I don't know.
to catch up, right? I think that's the best thing.
Yeah.
Oh, do
Oh
me
man,
one little favor.
you mm,
Can you, sorry for interrupting. Can you share this link? Is there a way that you can share it from, oh, I don't think you can. Can you? On your, from here to share it to your, I don't think you're using desktop mode, but you can
no,
share it
no.
on your page. No, later. We can do that later. So you were saying, before I interrupted you, sushi, beyond sushi, anything else that you plan to do?
No, I would sort of like try to go out with my friends and have some good time and have some delicious foods.
Hmm. I am
Stuff like that.
I
But
am
honestly,
actually worried when
mm,
you said the vaccine. I saw this TikTok video that you go, "Oh, I'm so happy I have the vaccine." Then she started going crazy and she turned into a zombie.
oh yeah. I mean, it's a possibility. We cannot actually disconsider that. This is why I told you about the side effects, and I think it would be wise for us to observe at first and not just go full force. Hey, 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 can you vaccinate me, please? Now? No, not
Yeah,
like that.
I agree. I agree. So it's going out. It's literally going out, but it's in theory, according to the news, it's not coming out anytime soon. And if it does, the frontline people would be priority, then the
The elderly people.
possibility, yes, I agree. And the ones that are for the rest of the public looks like it's going to be released sometime next year, same month. It can be September or October. That's what,
Next year, like at the end of the year? Do you think
yeah,
so?
tail end. That's what's being speculated right now.
Oh man, I thought this was going to be like early 2021 or something, but
That's a question. I don't know. I mean, I haven't even asked my tarot cards lately. I didn't want to because I didn't want to find out too early because I had a feeling it's going to be a bit late. So that's
hmm.
I have no issues about that. But how about aside from vaccine worries and aside from going out with friends, honestly, yeah, actually, I want to go to the normal shopping thing. I just want to go back to the malls and try out outfits. I think it's okay versus just ordering online and just returning them. It's a different experience. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I like,
Do you think we're ever going to go back to the normal?
that's a good question. I don't think so. Like, the new normal would be sanitizing, um, people not allowed to sneeze like crazy like before. Remember when people sneeze, they just sneeze everywhere, they just cough everywhere, they don't cover their mouths. They
Hmm.
they just it's so people would be more mindful. I think that's the best word. People would be more
Hmm.
mindful of their actions and not touch their faces too much anymore.
Wear masks.
Yeah, masks will stay as fashionable. I mean, in Japan, they usually wear masks. That's normal, right?
In Japan, in China, in Korea, I think most part of Asia probably.
Hmm. That's
Um,
one thing I observed too.
but what I was thinking was that, oh wait, do you do you think that, oh, I was thinking about the good side of the pandemic because everything has like a good side and a bad side, right? And
Hmm.
so I was trying to think about the good side of the pandemic, and I think that working from home has become a thing.
A
Like
norm, yes. Yes.
yeah, I feel like previously the companies they didn't actually explore that thing.
I
It
agree.
is a really nice thing. I mean, you can work from home, you can spend more time with your family, with your pets. It is awesome, man. I've been doing that since like 2015, and I feel great when I work
Mm.
from home.
It wasn't even explored in the past. People
It was
actually
not.
define it as just you're playing at home and it's not really work. When you're at home,
Hmm.
you're not being productive. But now, you have a strong point there. And they're like, oh, yeah, that's what I was actually looking forward to. Once everything goes back to a more stable state, there'd be job opportunities, more job opportunities. That's one. Then, because it includes the work from home level, and companies would consider, okay, maybe they might even increase the pay of the ones that are actually more outdoors versus the ones that are working from home. That might be a price adjustment too. That's what I'm speculating. They might decrease the pay for people who are working from home, or they might not.
Yeah, it makes sense
Then,
because
right.
when you're working from home, you don't have to get public transportation. You don't have to
Mm-hmm.
ride subways or buses, and you're I don't know, you're at home. I mean, you don't have to spend money to eat outside unless you don't know how to cook. So
That
that's another
too.
thing.
That too. Because all things considered, I've saved so much on transportation. For the
Right?
past what, 4 or 5 months? When did it start? March, April, May, June, July, August,
March.
September. Actually, it's how really 6 months? I never realized it's been 6 months, people.
Yeah.
6 months. It's been half a year. I love it. Sorry, guys. Whoever's watching this right now, it's not that I condone the fact that people got affected, but seriously, it's been a huge change that everybody had to adjust to. But why go against it? Embrace the change. That's my opinion. Um,
Yeah, exactly. It's like I told you, there are actually good things about this thing, not only
mhm.
bad ones.
Okay, so Shifting to a different idea because I didn't really mention that I do plan to travel if things go more comfortable. So travel
Mhm.
means you encounter weird things where in between. You encounter weird people in the airports. You have weird travel stories. Maybe do you have an interesting travel story that you want to share with us? Because there's a tendency for people to talk to strangers. And have you?
Oh, I did. The first time when I came to Portugal, it wasn't like in 2018,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember this lady. When I was coming from Brazil, right? My flight to it was like yeah, it was uh straight to Lisbon. So
Mm.
during this flight, it was like a 6 hour flight or something. This lady sat next to me and she was also Brazilian, and she was talking a lot about how she has like this business, this alcoholic beverages business. Like
Mm.
I remember that she told me about selling wine, and she loves wine, and how this is has become like a big part of her life. And she was like, "What's your
Okay.
favorite brand? What's your favorite brand of mine?" I was like, "I don't drink alcohol, sorry." And she was
Mm.
like, "Really? Are you kidding me?"
She's an older lady, so do you think she was in the age range of the 60s and plus, or?
No, no, no. I think she was like 45 or something.
Wow, that's my age range. What's wrong with you?
I didn't say she was old. I mean, I didn't say anything.
I'm just being defensive, folks. Walt, I just watched Walter Mercado, folks, just so you guys know, he's fantastic. I didn't know about him until my friend here told me that he exists. I go, okay, cool. I better watch the Netflix documentary, and it was epic. That's my opinion. But
You guys need to watch it. It's
you,
amazing.
we are endorsing Netflix. What's that? Mucho amor. I think that's what he was saying. Mucho amor. Wait, I'll look that up. I don't. It sounds so funny with me. Walter. But is
Vulture.
that the most difficult? Yeah, oh no, it's mucho amor. So that's the title of that Netflix documentary. It's pretty cool. And just so you guys know, the lead actor of Hamilton is actually there. He was able to meet Walter Mercado before he passed.
Oh, you're right. Yes. Well, I didn't recognize him actually.
Me neither. I did until I go, oh, I think I know that tone of voice. Yeah, it was
No,
Hamilton
he is so different. I mean, I honestly didn't recognize him at all.
without the hair and stuff, right? And the
Yes.
costume. That yeah, that was good makeup then. My airport story. I mean, did you have anything weirder than that aside from being chatted to death by a random person?
Oh, some stuff already happened to me. Like, for example, this random person came asking for directions. I was going to, it was Hong Kong, I think, and it was an older guy. I think
Mm,
it was 60 or something.
mm.
And I believe that he didn't actually know how to talk in English properly, so he was kind of talking in Chinese, kind of mixed with
Ah, okay.
English. It was
Well,
really interesting.
it was a challenge, I bet. It was a
It was. I do know a little bit of Chinese, but I couldn't understand shit about he was talking.
not a lot, right? Yeah,
Not a
that's
lot.
a more challenging language
And
than Spanish.
I didn't want to be impolite, so I stand there like just listening and
Hmm.
nodding my head.
You go, I understand you, and you are clear as mud.
That's
Yes,
my
you are
exactly.
clear as mud. I appreciate you telling me that, whatever it was, and whatever it was life changing, I think. You go
What was the longest flight that you got? Like the longest one?
16 hours.
16?
Hmm.
From the Philippines to the US or what?
Yes, yes.
Wow, that's a lot. but I got a 36-hour flight already
Wow, how? How
to
now, Brown
Japan.
Cow? How did
Well,
that happen?
to Japan. I went to Japan. I went from I was living in Fortaleza, which is like northeast of Brazil, and I
Hmm.
went to São Paulo. No, I went first. I went to Salvador, which is Bahia, which is also northeast of Brazil. Then I went to Rio de Janeiro, and after that, I was like, yeah, Fortaleza, Salvador, Rio de Janeiro, and then after that, I went to um,
Multiple
United.
stopovers then.
Yeah, it was a lot. United Emirates Arab.
UAE. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. And after
Okay.
that, I went to Japan. So it was like a huge trip. 36 hours
Oh.
inside of a freaking plane.
Actually, I have a point there. If I counted the connecting flights, it's pretty much it's almost the same. It's like almost 2 days. You're right. It's a pretty long flight. And
Yeah, you cannot even take a bath, man. What the hell? It's the worst.
yeah, that's
I felt disgusting.
actually you could, but if you have money, you can always go rent a hotel,
Oh,
yeah, a room, but I wouldn't recommend it. It you would feel filthy, yes, because you're in enclosed spaces and there are different people and people just sneeze left and right and yeah, that's how it is. It's like
I'm
contagion.
I'm
No,
really glad this happened before the
the
Corona
pandemic,
thing.
right? Yeah,
But
that's the
yeah.
thing. Um, my weirdest airport or travel story would be lesson learned. When I was very young, I was in my 20s, then
Mm,
I wasn't really very adept with traveling. So I vaguely remember this, but I do remember an older lady, like in
mm,
her 50s, I think. So I was just
mm.
being nice and polite, but then she started tagging along and she started talking about her life story, and she never stopped. And I go, oh,
What's up with these people, man? What the hell?
I don't know who you are. I'm just being polite. I'm just smiling. But then part of me is thinking, why did you even interact with this person? Now you're suffering. You shouldn't have done this. So lesson learned for me. I know I'll be helpful, but I have to limit these conversations. Otherwise, they they just turn to you and consider you as, that person for the whole flight to their convenience. And I go, oh, that was uncomfortable.
Wait, she
And
was older, right? You
in the
told she was
50s,
older?
50s, early or late 50s, yeah, she
Hmm.
felt
This is
she yeah, she felt a little lost, I guess. But I'm
our
more lost because I'm young and it's like my early travel days, okay? So that was not a good experience. So lesson learned, don't immediately engage. I don't want people to get the impression that you should be antisocial. I mean, it's okay to be helpful, it's okay to be mindful and caring, but then you have your own shit to take care of when you're traveling, okay? Watch your baggage, your carry-ons, you watch
yeah,
your
that's
own
right.
self, check out your wallet. That might be a scam. I mean, I got lucky. Who knows? It might have been a scam and they were trying to get stuff from
To
me.
get your
Who knows?
attention. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a possibility. I think if or when that happens, just be careful, folks. That's a public service announcement from Positive Terrorism Beyond, featuring
And
Paolo Montenegro.
sometimes people they actually try to slip things into your luggage too.
Yes,
So
that's
you
scary.
gotta pay attention to that.
Oh, which reminds me, when I was in my 20s, first
Mm.
time in the US, came back because I paid a visit to my family. I ended up purchasing so many action figures. So when it went to the luggage thing, you can see it in the X-ray that all my action
In the
figures are
X-ray.
there. That was a funny
Wow.
story. Peop
But did
the
did they
the
say
people,
anything?
they go,
No.
no, they just kept quiet. They go, What they took note of, they ignored that. What they took note of was um the thing in the spray can that I used for my shoes to make it look better because they were suede in the past. So
Hmm.
I had suede shoes. So they go, "Oh, sir, this is flammable. We need to get rid of this." I go, "Yeah, you know what? Take it, take it." So. I go, so
Um,
you guys didn't care about my action figures. I'm okay with that. That was
oh yeah,
year
it's
2000.
because it was liquid, right?
It was in, yeah, it was in a can, and it is flammable. I mean, you can literally use
Oh,
a lighter and just light someone up, I guess.
maybe if it was inside a Ziploc, they wouldn't have. But I think it's because it
Still,
was inflammable.
yeah. And
But I
those
had I had
were,
I had I had stuff thrown out too. Like I remember when I went to Japan, the guys at inspection, they actually took
mm.
away my eye drops because I
Oh, what?
used to wear
Why?
contact
I mean,
lenses because they told that it was not allowed. It was liquid.
this small?
Yeah,
Or are
it was
you
not even
carrying,
big.
or are you
No,
carrying?
no, it was
I go, I have my eye drops, let go.
yeah. No, it was tiny. It was tiny. It was like 250 milliliters, I
Milliliters,
think.
really?
Yeah.
I wonder
Hmm.
why. Maybe some of them needed those eye drops and they go, I'm confiscating this because I need it.
Oh, really? Well, it's a possibility,
They were
indeed.
successful. They were definitely successful.
They
So
were
that
successful.
those are my weird travel stories. But by far, you've been to Japan. Did
Hmm.
you go to a hotel or did you do Airbnb?
No, I went to a hotel because this was when the Japanese TV channel invited me, so they
They
paid for
sponsored
my
it, right?
yeah, they paid for my
Okay.
trip, they paid for the flying tickets and for food and for what else? Taxis and my hotel accommodations and my visa. They paid for everything. So
Superstar.
yeah, it was so cool, dude.
Superstar.
I don't really like to travel because I feel really uncomfortable when I'm inside the plane. I cannot,
Yeah.
use the internet. It sucks. And,
It's very
36
limiting,
hours.
right? It's very limiting. Yeah.
It is. And 36 hours, man. I was 36 hours without internet, without talking to my family, to my friends. I was going crazy.
That's why I dump a lot of videos in my iPad. That's one thing that I
Yeah.
do. Or just sleep. I
I
just end
didn't.
up falling asleep.
Oh, I cannot sleep inside planes. It's way too tight. I'm a chubby guy. I'm a big guy. So,
No, business class is expensive. So anything
it
beyond that,
is.
yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, the reason why I brought up Japan is when I went there, I did an Airbnb and
Hmm.
and it looks like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't know if it's in Odaiba, but then I don't
Hmm.
remember. But when I went there, it's it was scary as shit. As in, it looks like the house from The Grudge. So because it's full of
Wow.
antiques, it don't get me wrong, it's really clean, but it's scary when it's nighttime.
Uh,
And I go, why did I? Because I listened to my friend from the Philippines, and he said, "Oh, it's good price. You should try this." And I go, "Okay, I've never been to Japan, so when I tried it, crap." I go, "Is there like hair going to go down like the grudge on me and stuff?" That was a crazy experience. I wasn't very
so
happy with that.
you booked this Airbnb because it was cheaper, right?
Yes, yes.
I had
Lesson
terrible
learned.
experiences with Airbnb here. When I got here, when I was like moving, really moving from Brazil to Portugal, I didn't actually had like a place to rent. So I decided
Mm,
that I was going to rent an Airbnb, and
hmm.
I have rented two places, one for 15 days and other one for 45 days because
Oh,
I
okay.
needed that time frame to kind of try to get another place to really rent. But the first place, the one that I spent 15 days, it was awful because it was a tiny, really tiny bathroom was really
Hmm.
small. I couldn't even fit inside properly because I'm a big
Oh
guy.
no.
It was awful, man. And not to mention that the place was surrounded by letters. Letters. Is it letters
By
that you
by
say?
what?
Letters. You have
Letters?
to walk, like climb, because the streets were like that. So
Oh,
you would
like
have
a
to.
lot of, so is it stairs? As in a lot of stairs? Like
No,
Ascending?
not stairs.
Wow.
No, not
As in
stairs because
ladders?
yeah, ladders, like all over the place.
Oh,
So I had to go, for example, to get groceries at the supermarket, and when I went to go back to the Airbnb, I had to climb all the way back. It was awful.
that's
Oh shit! And
now I
the second,
understand why.
hmm?
I
Now I understand
understand
why.
why. I
What do
now
you
I
mean?
understand why it's uncomfortable. I get you.
Yeah, it was really uncomfortable. But I was actually kind of restricted because when it comes to Airbnb, at least here in Lisbon, it's really hard for you to find a place that accepts pets. And I
Oh
have my
yeah.
kitty,
Hmm.
so it was not really easy for me. So I had to settle for those. They were not the cheapest ones, but they were actually the ones that I could find that would take me in with my kitty. So I didn't. It
Mm.
was like I didn't have much choices. And the second one, as soon as I arrived there, I remember that um, it was a nicer place than this one, but it also had lots of letters around. But this one, it was like only a room. Didn't have like
Hmm.
walls separating the places. There was only a room and a bathroom, and it was filthy. It was disgusting. It was full of uh, spider webs. I was like, what the hell?
Oh no, that was a horrible experience. So
Yeah, I had to clean the place. It was awful.
I think I remember. I remember
Mhm.
who the company. It's called Cookie House,
Cookie
coincidentally.
house.
So it will
Really?
just I'll Google it later. It's they're good people, but then I guess it's like a network of Airbnb things. They call it
Mm-hmm.
Cookie House, and the price is really reasonable. If they're
Mm.
watching, yes, I appreciate the price, but I don't appreciate how scary the place was. Okay, that's all I'm saying. I don't know if it's
Did you
haunted or anything.
at least have Wi-Fi or something?
Hmm. There was
Oh,
there was
that's
Wi-Fi,
nice.
and the shower room was okay, but it's really dark, and
Mm.
I just don't know. I'm trying to erase it from my memory. that's that's how I experienced it. Okay.
That's understandable. I would try to do the same actually.
You know what? I'm gonna Google it now so I can send it to you later. Cookie House, Japan.
Cookie house.
Yeah,
Never heard
Cookie
of that.
House. Apartment Cookie House. Okay, so it's they're showing at booking.com. But anyways, so there. I think that's pretty much it. We will have an exciting episode next time, episode season 1, episode 4, because watch out, guys. We will be talking a lot about aliens. Just so you guys know,
Yeah.
Paolo's
Next
favorite
episode.
topic. So he's going to be
Uh,
so ready with a lot of data. I have a weird feeling. I don't know how we're going to condense it in 30 minutes.
oh
Let's see.
man, it's gonna be tough, but I'll try my best.
Okay. All right. But thank you for joining. Again, you might as well, no, this is Positive Tarot Wisdom Beyond. So I'll post this on YouTube and on the pages, but advertise your Instagram.
Oh yeah, if you guys wanna buy skincare products, I have this Instagram, which is called aloe.now. And
Mm.
you guys can go ahead and check it out. The products, we have like several pictures of them, and maybe you can get a great deal. Who knows?
It's more wait, is it the same one for Forever Living or is it a different one? It
No,
is the
it's the
same
same
one.
one actually.
Okay.
Hmm.
Paula has lost significant weight by using their product, so if you feel like having a more friendly type of regimen to lose weight, he's got something to offer. Send him a direct message or visit his
Exactly.
Instagram, and he'd be more than happy to accommodate any questions. Okay?
Yep.
Okay. Again, thank you for joining. So watch out next week. It's going to be an alien discussion episode. Talk to you later. Take care. Thanks, guys, for watching. Bye.
Bye.